I normally play an improv game at the end of every interview, whether my guest has any level of comfort with that or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I considered quite a few things, and then I was like, why are you picking the game? Make him pick it. So we're going to play an improv game.
Okay.
Determine and let us do this thing.
So with the medium here of it just being auditory, you tell me what would be the best expressions for that. Because there's a...
The Rolodex of games of which I am familiar is not extensive.
Okay. Because we can take any game and throw a bunch of words in it, but a lot of games, they have that subtle physicalities involved. We could do a character game.
Okay.
Where it's less physical and more vocal. We could do line game. There's, with just the two of us, we might be able to try storybook genre. We wouldn't be able to do rant. We could do bad advice or acronym panel for character games.
Bad advice? I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun.
This is one of our troop favorites. We have 3 players grab their chairs, go sit up in front of the audience, and they adopt characters. And while the MC is explaining the game, they're figuring out who they're going to be. Then the MC asks the audience for questions, like real-life questions, things that have been burning on their minds that they want answers to. And then we, in character, respond to those questions.
Okay, so you're going to come up with 2 questions, and I'm going to come up with 2 questions.
Okay.
You want a piece of paper?
Sure, yeah. Some improvisers like to have a new character every night. Some improvisers will stick with one character for a while. It just depends.
Okay.
So, are we back on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we talk about what did you call them? The haikus? Not the haikus. The
hacks.
The hacks. Like the hacks of a character game are a fun perspective. I know a guy, he'll take 2 unrelated things and put them together and see what he ends up with. There are people that attempt to do impersonations of somebody and use that impersonation to create a brand new character.
Okay.
Some other hacks of a game like this are really committing to an idea, because you don't know what the questions are going to be, but you want to think of them, if my character were here, how would I do this? And sometimes they get weird. Sometimes they get dark. Sometimes they get just absurd. But it's not really important how they get there. It's, am I willing to see what happens?
Okay.
The MC at this point, they go to the audience. We're going to play a game called Bad Advice. We have our wonderful advice panel. They're experts. They're amazing. They give fantastic advice to anybody who's searching or seeking. We'll meet them here in a second, but you as an audience, just think about some questions that you have. These can be existential questions. They can be personal. They can be applicable or not. If you have a question you'd like to see these guys answer, or find out what their answer would be, let's explore it and see what happens. So at this point, we go down and introduce. So,
hello. My name is Tom Thane. I was the stand-in for John Wayne. I was his stunt double. And I was good.
So there's my
introduction of the character.
There's my
Excellent.
Introduction.
All right.
Okay.
So then the MC's going to open a question and direct who that would go to.
Well, this
on the panel.
Ideally, there'd be 3 of us, and we'd all get the chance to answer it, which is cool. So we get the same question and get to see all the different answers for it.
Give me a second character, and I'm going to make you toggle between them.
Okay. My name is Alicia, and I am an energy worker. I was born in Montana, and there's a lot of energy up there. And I uncovered a place where energy melds and fuses, and I condensed it into a crystal. Nobody else has that ability, but I know how to do it.
Thank you, Alicia.
Yeah. Yes, you're welcome.
All right. Here is our question. We'll have Tom answer it first.
Okay.
How do I tell my daughter I accidentally destroyed her favorite stuffed animal?
You don't. she can suck it up and find it out on her own. You know, when you're in the middle of filming a scene out in the Wild West and you fall down on a rattlesnake, you fall on the rattlesnake and you either grab it or it bites you. And that's just kind of the way the world works. So she just gotta suck it up. Sometimes them stuffed animals die in horrific ways. There's nothing we can do about it.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
Alicia, how would you advise our audience member to tell her daughter she accidentally destroyed her favorite stuffed animal?
Oh, but this has to be handled very delicately. I don't know why I've changed accents, but I have. This feels more like an energy-working Alicia, so I'm going to stick with it. So I'd sit her down, and I'd take the stuffed animal, and I would put it in her hands. And then I would hold her hands, and I would say, "Darling, feel how badly this animal feels right now. It is hurting. It has been dismembered, discombobulated. It has been butchered and beaten. Imagine how that must be. And you did this. You... I love this animal. And you destroyed her. What did she do? She didn't deserve this. I can't heal her. She's reached a point beyond my ability. I can't do anything. She's gone forever. Blast you, child. Go to your room."
Thank you, Alicia.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're gonna have we'll give Alicia a minute to compose herself, and we'll have Tom answer this question as well.
Okay.
When is it a good time to have a midlife crisis?
Oh, in the middle of your life, obviously. I don't think there's any question. All the scientific experts have decided that middle of your life, it's got to happen. If it's in the early part of your life, you don't know what it is. If it's in the later part of your life, you can't appreciate it as much. Because you're about to die anyways. And... Sorry, what was the question?
When is it a good time to have a midlife crisis?
Oh, yeah. I've never had one. So I can't really speak for the people that have. I've watched it happen. It's a horrible thing. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Well, most anybody. We'll say that. I have the best life. I'm on set. I know John Wayne. He's a dick. But, yeah. There's your answer.
Alicia, when would be a good time to have a midlife crisis?
Oh, gosh. Well, if your chakras are aligned, then you could really have it at any time. Go for it, disco ball party, we'll say. A midlife crisis is mental, it's all up here. And yes, okay, it does have, spiritual or emotional implications, but I don't believe in any of that. I think that it's something a person convinces themselves that they're going to have, and it's going to happen, and, good on them. If your chakras aren't aligned, well, maybe you want a noose handy. I don't know, it's difficult to say. I avoid those people, like the plague, obviously, because my chakras are fantastic. I might be having one right now, and I wouldn't know it. It's maybe if I strikes my fancy, I'll dive in and do it. But I guess it's a matter of your mood. Are you ready to have one or not? Just pick it up like a cookie or a coat.
Cookie or a coat. Thank you so much, Bryce, for letting me interview you today and
you're welcome.
Playing games with me and teaching me a lot about. I was going to say improv and life, but yes, improv and life, because parallels.
Parallels. It's my pleasure. I've had a blast, Liz. Thank you. And I thank you for your questions and going along with me and giving your thoughts and sharing perspectives and epiphanies that you've had. That's also one of the big parts of improv is there's so many new thoughts that you have. So
very cool. Thank you so much, Bryce.
Thank you.